All right, we are live. Welcome to game 53. Woo! I'll introduce these guys to you in a second. Let me just make sure I've got everything good to go, and we'll get this game started. Enjoy. Sweet. Okay. There we go.
I like your mask, man.
Oh, thank you. The eye patch.
I was gonna do some eyes, but I figure I'll do that each game.
Okay.
And he's crying, but he can't cry out of this eye because it's missing.
Nothing.
No, that's like modern art. You know, very minimalist. Just gets the job done.
All right. So I know that David, Melanie, you guys have done this before. This will be your first game with the Ultimatum. I reminded you in the car. This is your first game, Mike.
Absolute first game.
Does anyone have any questions about anything before we begin? Yes, Melanie.
Can you explain the Ultimatum thing one last time?
Sure. Before I jump into that, I actually just remembered one more thing that I didn't tell you in the car.
Okay.
And that is that when you want to start a trial or an ultimatum, which I'll get to the ultimatum specifics in a second, same procedure. Even if you just have a question for me to address to everybody, you raise your hand. Eventually, there'll be like game show buzzers in the future, but now you just raise your hand. That's the equivalent of that. Make sure it's above your shoulder. That's my rubric to gauge who raised their hand first and has the floor. So the ultimatum. If you want to start an ultimatum, you raise your hand. You let me know that you want to start an ultimatum and who you want to accuse. As soon as I know that, I announce it. You then have the floor. You get to provide testimony, assuming you're the one who started it. You're the plaintiff. After you provide testimony, let's say you accuse David, then, in sudden death, Mike doesn't get any testimony because he would just try to be convincing himself. So then, of course, it would go to David. David gets an opportunity to defend himself, and after that, then Mike will put on his mask and decide whether to vote to eliminate David or not. And if he doesn't, then you would get eliminated. If he does, then of course David gets eliminated.
And if I get eliminated, the game would be over.
It's sudden death, so anybody getting eliminated means that the game's over, regardless of what team you are on.
Okay.
All right. Before I get things rolling, let me just show you, Mike. I know you guys have seen these before, of course. These are the tokens that I'm going to be handing out. So just so you're familiar, this is the seeker token. It's got a circle above it with the word seeker.
Okay.
And this is the liar token. It's got a triangle above it. It says liar. And this is the other seeker token. Looks just like the first seeker token. All right. So these are the lids that cover them. You leave the lid on until I let everybody know that they can open it. Gotcha. So now you're familiar with the tokens?
Yep.
I will cover these back up. You guys don't need to see them again, right? Cool. All right. The cash prize today will be $15. Before we start the game, there will be an instant cash prize vote where you get to decide if a majority of you vote that way. I will give the cash prize to everybody evenly, 5-5-5. Then yeah. All right. I think we are ready to get started.
Let's do this.
Let me get this recording. Boom. Okay. It's for audio sync. Here we go. Welcome. I'm Sebastian, and this is Lying for Money, Game 53. Sudden Death. Allow me to welcome back David, Melanie, and allow me to welcome our rookie, Mike. In this box, I have 3 3D printed tokens. 2 of them are marked Seeker and have a circle, and 1 of them says Liar and has a triangle. Please select 1 token out of this box without looking, and do not open the token until I allow everyone to do so. Do not look at the tokens yet, please. I just remembered this. All right. Everyone, please look at your tokens. And once you know what team you're on, please raise your hand to let me know. please raise your hand once you know what team you're on so that I know. Awesome. Everyone, please put on your masks and stick out your fist. If you would like the $15 cash prize divided equally amongst all of you, regardless of the winner, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. One vote for Melanie. We'll keep it as a traditional cash prize. Game on.
Actually, last game I played was with Corey, who is, by the way, I think this game was made for him. So he was completely unreadable, like completely unreadable. So I guess what I did was, I don't know if you guys noticed, I didn't look at my token first. I waited for you guys to look at your tokens. And like you had like a poker face, you kind of smiled when you looked at yours. So I don't know if that means anything, but I just thought I'd try that, sort of start,
Interesting.
judging the moment you look at your tokens, because I feel like that was the only way to read Corey. Yeah,
Gotcha.
because the game lasted 2.5 hours and he was just like you cannot tell that he was lying at all. He was the liar and he won Seeker Square.
So you're already one step ahead of the game right here.
Well, I lost. He beat me.
Oh, well.
I have been humbled by Corey.
Gotcha.
Mike, I do recommend that you either pocket that or put it on the floor.
Or, yeah.
Fidgeting can end up
yeah.
with the thing popping open. So
Understood. Okay.
no worries.
I'm gonna pocket that right quick.
So yeah.
The last time I played, which was the first time I played, I wanted to take the approach of being honest. And I was a seeker, and the same thing for this game too. I'm a seeker, so I know that one of you are the liar, and I just don't know you guys yet, but I'll find you.
Yeah, I mean, I was always the liar. I was only the liar once before, right? So, and I noticed that, I don't know, see, as a seeker, you're not very nervous, but liars generally are much more nervous, right? So, I mean, that's what I noticed about Corey, like, because he was completely unreadable. Like, he was so unreadable. And if you looked very closely at him, you'll notice that he was, like, super nervous throughout the game, like, but subtly. Like, for example, when I was voted off, right, I was a seeker in Seeker Square, right? When I was voted off, you could sort of like, if you see the replay, you sort of like smiled a little bit or something like that. So, it's very, very subtle, but sometimes, little things like that slip. Yeah, like mini micro expressions can sort of give it away. But to be honest, it's probably the most foolproof way. I mean, you can probably like just literally analyze every little word the person says, but I mean, it was hard. Anytime you sort of like raise suspicion, he gave a really good answer as to why he was doing it. So yeah.
So he was a good liar.
He was the best. I also like to like watch past videos while I'm studying because I need something to be in the background. So while I'm studying, I'm up to game 48, the one with Ehrens. Wow. I don't know how it ends yet, so no spoilers. I don't know who was the liar.
Oh, so you saw my game?
Huh?
You saw my game?
Wait, which game was that?
Which game was the last
I saw game...
Just if you're gonna talk to me, I'm gonna mediate the game. I won't comment on other games.
Okay, so I mean, I rewatched my two games, and I saw Corey's game. That was game 49 and 48. Oh. So I don't think I saw yours.
Oh, okay.
Because but no. So so sort of like I really want to know when Corey plays again because I'm definitely gonna have to see that video. He's wow. One of the best players.
Okay.
By far.
So far,
undefeated. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Uh-huh.
But so far, my experience with this is literally watching the rules video. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a general understanding of how this works,
Mhm.
but beyond the rules, I'm starting to pick up that there's more strategy to this than I kind of understood. So it's good,
I think so.
definitely.
In my experience, I feel the liar is very quiet, so that you bring up a red flag. For
That's
me.
what Corey did, and it was
Yeah.
brilliant. He was quiet throughout the entire game. He just sat there patiently for 2.5 hours while everyone was just like going crazy.
How many
Patiently
players
sitting
were in
there.
that game?
It's 4, right?
Yeah.
3 seekers. Oh, there are 4 players. There are 4
Yes.
players and seekers. So yeah, no, he just sat there for 2.5 hours patiently. I asked him like what his strategy was because it was brilliant, and he just said, "I convinced myself that I was the seeker. I pretended to be like the seeker, so it worked. Yeah, worked. So
So you're saying that he made it seem like he was the seeker right off the bat, then?
super quiet. Yeah,
Understood. Because that raises a red flag a little bit more towards you, if you ask me, because the initial thing you started with was, I'm a seeker. Now that seems like an odd way to start to draw attention to yourself, in my own opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would think because I would think the liar would say I'm not a liar.
Rather than, but isn't that the same thing?
Not really, because well, basically the way I see it is, if someone's a seeker, they would have no problem saying I'm a seeker, right?
Right.
But a liar, I feel, would be more defensive, and instead of saying I'm a seeker, would say like the negative of that is
Like, I'm not lying.
I'm not the liar, the defensive part.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's why that didn't, what she said, that didn't raise any suspicion in my mind.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah.
In the game that I was in, I don't remember his name that played.
I don't think I saw that one yet.
But he was talking so much, too much, and I really thought he was a liar. And I kept saying
It
to the
wasn't
other
him,
girl,
though, right?
"You're the liar. He's a liar. He's a liar." And no, it wasn't.
It wasn't
And I
him.
lost.
No, I'm telling you, all the games, the liar was always like, well, not so much. Actually, the game that Ivan won, that was really impressive. That liar was a really good liar, and yeah, they managed to get him. But see, that liar was a really good liar because he was split down the middle. He was like half, 50-50. He was talking when, he was like quiet and talking. It sort of looked like, I mean, I guess at some point the game went on for a while and it became obvious, I guess. Maybe he slipped up a few times, but he was a good liar. I was, yeah. But yeah, it's not necessarily so, but definitely what I notice is the liar is always nervous. Like, that's the thing. So, but when you're nervous, you don't talk. Well, I guess it depends. I mean, some people when they're nervous, they talk a lot, and some people when they're nervous, they don't talk at all. But yeah, definitely, if you have the patience and time, Corey's method for liar is probably the best I've ever seen. Just wait it out. Wait for the seekers to just be so confused till the point where they just, have suspicion amongst each other and take each other out one by one. That was, yeah. Let me know when he plays next, because I'm definitely watching that game.
Is he in the inner circle now?
Not yet, but he'll be there soon. He's played 2 games and won twice. Undefeated so far.
Is that rare in this game? Or?
I think so, yeah.
I never
Oh,
won.
I'm sorry. Is that rare? Do you have any undefeated players?
I don't have enough stats for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I wish I could answer that.
Well, I mean, statistics major, I could always.
Well, you're up to 48 right now, right?
Hmm?
You're up to episode 48, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't know that. I'll have to talk to you later.
Thank you. Oh, you didn't know that I have a statistics series?
Let's not
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
Okay. Later, after the game. We can talk stats. Yeah.
I don't know, you make me so nervous. I think that you are the liar, and he's Seeker because he's being so talkative. Like, that was my experience last time.
Was
When
that
the
also
person
with
was
people
like-
who had played before? Because
No.
keep in mind, I'm literally here just today.
Oh, he's brand new. So
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
literally
know.
never played this before. It's not like I'm sitting in the background just waiting for my chance. I've literally seen a tutorial video and now I'm picking up on the nuances, I guess.
Maybe he's trying to take the approach of going against what Corey did. Like, Corey was quiet, and now he wants to be very talkative.
Very talkative.
Well, I don't know if you've seen all of my past games. I'm usually extremely talkative.
Okay, no,
Right,
I haven't.
Yeah, if you've seen my, I'm usually like I'm always the one who starts talking in every game I've played.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, always the one that
Mm.
starts the conversation off
Hmm.
in every game I've played. So I mean, I was only a liar once, and in that game I was pretty quiet and nervous. And I mean, it worked because people thought, oh, he can't be the liar, he's too quiet. But
So then, are you overcompensating now?
Huh? So
My
was.
question is, are you overcompensating now then?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, that would depend on what I do when I'm nervous.
Which I wouldn't know your text at this point. I've just met you. So.
That's true. Yeah. So if I'm very talkative, if I'm nervous, then yeah, that is kind of a giveaway. But if I'm quiet when I'm nervous, then I guess it depends. Do you know anyone who is very like talkative when they're nervous?
Yes. People who say too much. That's exactly it.
I'm the exact opposite. When I'm nervous, I don't talk at all. Like,
I find the best liars are very
don't raise
calculated.
any attention or type of thing when I'm nervous.
I think so too.
Don't want to say the wrong thing. Don't want to get myself in trouble. I'll just stay out. I mean, usually when I'm nervous, but it's a pretty interesting, trick. I mean, that's the thing. Some people always go for like the quiet one. For example, I don't know if for example, Rigel is always quiet.
Okay, he was in that the video that I had seen.
He's always quiet, and yeah, he ended up being the Seeker. I thought, because he was so quiet, he's the liar, because that's how I played it. But no, he's just always quiet every game. So he just plays the same person every single game. So you just can't pinpoint on him.
I don't like this. This is what happened the last time to me.
Oh, what were you the
What
last
happened
time?
last
I was a Seeker the last time, and I was so sure of this one guy that kept talking,
Mhm.
and I was wrong.
Okay, so.
And the quiet one was the liar. But she was also really good friends with the guy.
Uh-huh.
So she kind of wanted him to, what is it called?
Nominate.
Nominate. I wanted to nominate me so that because since they were friends, she wanted me out,
That's not very nice.
No, exactly. She had 3 chances to.
I mean, now I kind of feel like a douchebag because
Why?
I nominated Ivan. Remember when I brought Ivan? I nominated him.
Is he the guy who's watching us from Russia right now? Or
He better
possibly
not be.
Oh.
It's currently 4 a.m. in Russia right now. So, but it's okay.
Maybe he's having a late night. You don't know.
But it's okay. He told me he's gonna like watch it and we'll like talk over like strategies. Like he told me don't spoil it. Don't tell him who the liar is. He wants to figure it out for himself.
Gotcha. Okay. So
yeah.
I don't want to be that person to pick again.
See what happens when I stop talking? See?
I don't know. I feel like maybe he is the one because he's being too quiet and he's new, so he doesn't know how to act.
I don't know.
And in you, I'm not so sure because maybe you're trying to throw me off with the whole like, being talkative and.
I really
confused
don't. I
again.
really don't know about him.
And then you're very flip-floppy between the two of us.
Yeah.
I really don't know about him. I mean, I don't know about you either because you said I'm the seeker. So in my mind, that kind of, since you sort of like said it like without flinching at all, I kind of think you are the seeker.
Well, I wanted to do the same thing I did last time. I wanted to like
Uh-huh.
do the same approach of being honest. I know
Yeah.
that one of you is the seeker. I need to find you. Are you the seeker?
Yes, I am. But what's it called? So I guess since we have nothing to go on, I guess we can go back to what I did before. When you looked at your token, because I looked at my token the last, right? So when you looked at your token, you were sort of like complete poker face. And when you looked at your token, I guess you kind of like smiled a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, like you kind of smiled.
Oh, it was a full-blown smile, but that was
Yeah.
smile. I'm excited to play this game. Yeah.
That's what Corey said. That's exactly what Corey said. No, I'm just excited to play this game, you know? That's why I'm kind of like smiling and everything like that. Right. So
Now I want to meet Corey.
Yes, you do. He's scarily good at this game.
Right.
Yeah, so I only had the honor of playing with him once. Really sick at this game. So I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I have no idea what to think now. I mean,
But that's a good approach. I'm gonna do that next time. I didn't look at you guys.
exactly. That's why I don't know if you know. I waited for you guys to open yours first, and then I opened mine. But see, your reactions were so different. I mean, because like I'm the seeker, right? And there's like a 50-50 chance it's one of you guys, right? But see, your reactions are so different. So I know one of you is the seeker, but how would like I don't know you guys, so how would a liar/seeker react? Like you had like a poker face, you like expressionless when you looked at like your token, and you smiled. So I guess it's not that great of a strategy unless you know the people who are playing.
When I opened it and I saw that I was the seeker, I kind of felt relieved in a way.
Oh, I like how you
that if I was
I like how you said
liar,
that
I'd be
with
so-
no sort of like qualms, no nervousness. Like you just said, matter of fact sentence.
Because I am the seeker.
I am the seeker. Like no thinking at all required. Okay, so I'm going to. I guess I'll do a nomination. Oh right, I forgot about that.
Yes.
It's not the first time I'm playing this game. I would like to nominate Mike.
All right. Trial 1, David has nominated Mike. David, would you like to provide testimony?
So, I mean, at this point, it's process of elimination. I'm very certain it's not her. It's not you.
Melanie.
I'm fairly certain. Melanie.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Fairly certain it's not Melanie because of the way how she's sort of like saying, well, like when she says, I'm the seeker, she says it like so matter of fact, like no, like what's the word? Pauses, no stutters, no nervousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, as the game is going on, I mean, we haven't been playing for a long time. I just somehow feel she really is the seeker. Also, the fact that she sort of like had a poker face when she looked at her chip, matter of fact, and you kind of like smiled a little bit.
Okay.
So basically, as of now, it's not a lot to go on. It's strike one would be the fact that I really don't think it's her, which isn't your fault, right? And strike two would be you smiling when you looked at your chip.
Okay.
So as of now, I just have two strikes, which isn't enough to go on, but I'll just have a nomination anyway, just to see what happens.
Is that all? Thank you, David. Melanie, would you like to provide testimony?
I am very confused right now. I don't know, because this is like an ultimatum.
No.
correct?
Oh, no, it's
Oh,
not.
no.
An ultimatum.
Just a trial.
You have to just, the same thing as before, right?
This is a regular trial.
Okay. Okay, I'm not so sure how I feel, but let's continue.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Melanie. Mike, would you like to defend yourself?
Very much so, yes. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I know you're using the smile as a huge part of this. Let me tell you, have I stopped smiling since I got here? Not really. That's part of who I am. I'm a smiley person. No, I know you can't answer that. That's a hypothetical.
Well, I do allow an informal. If you would like to ask him a question, he can nod or shake his head if he chooses.
I see. Okay, so that's the form of communication, but a testimony has to be like a monologue. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think it's entirely true what you said about her being so poker faced. Notice as soon as you nominated me, I don't know if you saw, she had like a bit of a shake with her, a bit of a smile when she was going with it. It was subtle. Wasn't major. It was incredibly subtle. Now, that was the look of relief. A look of relief is not a poker face. So that's for that. As far as anything else, am I allowed to mention the initial vote on the splitting of the money?
As long as you're not threatening anyone.
Okay, yeah,
whatever you
of course,
want.
cool. All right, so notice we both voted that winner takes all, right? That seems to benefit more the party of the team, the Seekers, if I'm not correct, because then you would still be splitting it either way. There would be no reason to really split it any further at that point. The individual who would need insurance would probably be the liar, in my opinion. And considering that she's been flopping between going, I think it's the quiet one. Ooh, maybe the one who talks too much. No, I'm going to reserve back to the original. I think she's thrown you. I think that's what it is, and I think she's the liar, but that's besides me.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Everyone, except for Mike, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. Melanie, your mask is upside down. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're good. If you would like to eliminate Mike, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 0 votes. Mike is still in the game.
I survived.
Cool. If
We survived.
What? So I didn't vote, right? I nominated him, but I didn't vote, and neither did you.
Yeah, I don't.
Exactly. Wow. So sort of like what I don't know. I don't know if I came up with this, but this is how I started like the first game I played, where you nominate someone but you don't vote. So you see how if someone votes, because if it's so usually I guess the liar would vote because he would want to get someone out of the game. So the fact that you didn't vote, sort of actually, you know what?
Unless, and may I point out, if it looked like I had convinced you with my testimony, and the liar were to vote, we would know the liar.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I sort of did this strategy. But see, the thing is, as the game's progressing, she's looking more and more and more innocent. I don't know if it's if she's just really, if she's the liar and if Melanie's the liar and she's just really, really, really good at it, or she's just being herself. I think it's the latter. It's just
I'm even more confused now. No, I think it's him. Because if he was, yeah, I think it's him.
If you wouldn't mind elaborating further on that.
I'm trying to think why. I think it's just very weird how he didn't. I don't know if he's trying to throw me off, but that's true because then that would mean that you are. Oh my God, I'm back to square one.
No, if you voted, then that would have raised suspicion. That would have raised suspicion in my mind on you.
But now we're still at neutral and understanding, I suppose.
See, I nominated him, right? I nominated him. So when I nominated him, did you think that I was going to vote for him?
Yeah, because you nominated him.
Right. And if you were...
But I still wasn't sure.
Exactly. You weren't sure. But if you were the liar, you would know that he's the seeker, and you would have voted him off, and you would have won the game.
You're definitely the liar.
That's the strategy.
But it needs to be majority.
Unless you're really throwing a curveball.
If you have a question, please raise your hand so I can let her know.
That's not true, because it would have to be an ultimatum for it to be just her vote. You would have to have voted as well.
No, but see, it was an assumption. See, it was an assumption. The reason she didn't vote is because she's not sure. She doesn't want to vote you off because you might be a seeker. So the fact that there's doubt in her mind and she didn't raise her hand proves, see, I didn't vote, right? Because I didn't know what she would do. Right? If I voted you, right, and she voted, right? And you're a seeker, right? You know, the seekers would lose, right? But the fact that she's not sure if who it is between us, right, shows that she's
A good liar.
Either an amazing liar or a seeker.
Nothing personal. I just literally
Either
none of this is the game.
lying on the level of Corey good liar, or you're just a seeker. I mean, she plays seeker so well, and I think your strategy is that you're just playing yourself. You're just playing yourself. Doesn't seem like you're not nervous at all.
Well, it kind of makes me feel a certain way that you didn't put your thumb. Yeah.
Yes.
I should do that.
Because I don't know which one of you is the liar.
And I didn't vote at all because I'm still.
Because you don't know. So that. Okay, so.
I'm on to you.
Why didn't you vote?
It could be him too.
Sure. All right. Yeah.
He could definitely be a liar too, though. Dude.
That's. I've been so dead set against you, and nothing once again, nothing personal. But you're absolutely right, because he's been talking an awful lot about everyone else's strategy and micro expressions. I haven't even taken the time to admire yours.
Take off the attention, off of himself, right?
Yeah.
Again, here I am again.
I'm feeling a double nomination from you. I said I'm feeling a double nomination from you. I don't know. You look like you're.
If you were the liar, what would your strategy be?
Interesting. If I were the liar, I would immediately declare that I was a seeker. I would immediately want to sway from the beginning a momentum towards me being a seeker the entire time. I wouldn't want there to be any doubt right from the beginning. I believe that would be my strategy. Elsewise, I would probably stir up confusion, accuse one side, then accuse the other. I might even hold back from a vote. I might not vote the initial time. Not necessarily nominate right off the bat, but that's not a bad strategy to kind of pull the chickens out of the coop, But, yeah. I'll reciprocate that. If you were the liar, what would your strategy be?
I would probably be very nervous, to be honest.
Okay.
Very nervous. So that's why when I saw the seeker thing, I was kind of relieved that I was a seeker the first game.
Okay.
How about you, if you were the liar?
I just wanted to shut up for 5 minutes and let you guys talk. Okay, so what was your question?
If you were the liar, what would be your strategy?
Well, his strategy was it would be his strategy, the one that he said, not vote one time. That's what I would do.
Yep.
Not be nervous, not show that you're nervous. That's a pretty good strategy.
Beat Corey.
Yeah. Definitely Corey's just, yeah. If this game had medals, gold, silver, he's like a gold. If Lying for Money was an Olympic event, Corey would win all the gold medals.
There was another circle of medals. So I was like, wait, this is a whole new game coming up right now.
I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments section will say, we want medals.
Hashtag we want medals.
We want hashtag Lying for Money, hashtag we want medals. Okay.
Sleep masks aren't enough.
We want more. I love this mask though.
Oh, it's so comfortable.
I know, like,
It's a good thing that you keep it because I'd be using it every night.
oh yeah, this would get awful. Like, it would be like 2 nights
Yeah.
and this thing would be destroyed. Like,
Actually, can I buy one off you for $4? I have one, but it's not as comfortable as that one. Hmm.
I still think that you're the liar only because he had the strategy of looking at everybody before opening up the thing, his token. But
Because
I guess
he's
that doesn't
played
make sense
before.
either because he just wanted to see someone else's reaction.
Yeah, that only works if I'm the seeker.
I don't know, dude. I really think it's him. And he could be playing a very good game. So
he could
I'm
be
sad. Nothing
destroying the
personal.
both of us.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are the liar, you are playing an amazing game because the way you're acting is super honest. Like, no nervousness at all. Like, all of your statements are matter of fact. Like, for example, are you the liar?
No.
That was kind of matter of fact, to be honest.
That took you
Are
a
you the
little bit
seeker?
to answer. That
Yes.
took him a little bit to answer. The
There
liar
was a
one.
hesitation.
No.
I'm not going to discount the hesitation
Oh, worth a shot.
because I wasn't expecting the question, to be honest. However, might it be noted that a micro-expression or an expression in general of a liar is one who touches their nose immediately after saying the lie? And pardon me, but do you have to blow your nose or something? Or
I do.
you do? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry if you're sick. Yeah, I didn't mean to bring up the sore subject.
Thank you.
Yeah, here, pass the tissues.
That's why they're
But,
here.
I did.
Flu season, then.
But you noticed it. That's right.
I'm just saying that's a very important thing to watch.
I mean, right now you have 2 strikes.
Of course.
Excuse me.
2 strikes because, I mean, she's just being acting so sincere right now, and the smile kind of, I don't know.
It's throwing you back. I get that.
The way you smiled, it was like you had it's like you got a royal flush or something like that. It's like, I mean,
But does the liar
But
have
a
the
liar
advantage,
is not
though?
a really.
yes, the
royal
liar does
flush.
have the advantage because if you know you're the liar, right, you know for a fact we're seekers.
That the other 2 are seekers, right?
Yes. Oh, he's good. He said other 2 are seekers. He didn't say correct. Trying to catch him in that. Very good.
So then you clearly think I'm the liar, though.
No
That's what
strikes, 2 strikes. Yeah. I also don't know what to think.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I was in this situation before. Like, I kind of want to trust him because of everything that he's saying.
Right.
But I feel like he's saying too much too, and you could be the secret too, and he's just trying to protect himself, like a cover up.
Huh.
I wish I paid attention when everybody was opening up theirs.
Didn't work for me.
But you saw a smile.
Yeah.
You did, and that's a strike.
But I mean, you didn't see anything from me. But
It's half a strike. I mean, you know.
For what it's you don't know me, but like still.
0.5.
You could be relieved that you're a seeker and you're not the liar. I mean, what does that tell us? I mean, why did you smile actually?
Well, for one, because I'm excited. 2,
That's
and
what Corey
I
said.
know Corey said it. Yeah, let's get off Corey. I'm not Corey. 2, a seeker is a team player. When you're on a team, you can usually feel that you're on the team with someone. Like, it's not a spoken thing. It's not an expression. It's not something you read. You kind of feel it. There's a vibe when you feel like you're on the team with someone. Now, mind you, I could be over-explaining this right now and kind of screwing the Seekers as is, but just feel it. Feel who the teammate is.
How?
What do you mean how? You have, okay, it's not like a sixth sense, but it's...
You described it as a sixth sense.
It's similar. It's similar. It's more so in the way that you have a rapport with someone. Now, you guys have you ever played together, or did you ever see each other play? Have you ever seen her play?
No, I haven't seen either of you play. I haven't gone up that far.
Okay, because I was going to say, if you guys had
Mhm.
played together before on a game, then you would kind of know each other's expressions at least, and be able to vibe off of that.
It's just looks like she's so sincere, and 1 second. Are you not the Seeker?
What does that mean?
Just answer the question.
Am I not the
Are you
Seeker?
not the Seeker?
I am the Seeker.
What was a yes or no question?
Well then, no, it's a double negative, man. That's
Yes.
Okay, so I'm the Seeker.
Just trying to just catch you.
I know.
Trying.
Oh no.
I don't do well with those double negatives, man.
Most people don't. That's not. I'll throw that one away.
See, you know how he said that like the liar has the advantage, I guess?
Yes.
Because I don't think that's necessarily true, because I feel as though if I was the liar, I would be super, super nervous and I wouldn't know how to act or how to be.
Right.
But if I'm the Seeker, I have the advantage because I know that I'm being truthful.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. That's why I don't think I don't think Melanie's the liar, because
She's been so calm, cool, and collected.
so
you're saying.
calm, cool, collected, and just sincere. Like she's like, yeah, just completely. And also she has this look that she's trying to figure stuff out. See, like, I know I talk a lot, but in the 5 minutes where I I don't even think it was 5 minutes, but in the time where I just shut up and let you guys talk, you were talking less and she was talking a bit more.
Okay.
So, I don't know, maybe 3 strikes isn't enough in this game.
How do you feel right now, you think?
About him?
Yeah.
I really think you're a Seeker. I think you're a Seeker. I think I'm a Seeker. I think she's the liar. I've been feeling that since the beginning. However,
He's definitely the liar. No, I feel like you're definitely the
Why
liar.
why do you definitely think he's the liar?
Because like I feel as though like you've been very talkative, so I've been like, okay, I think you're the liar, you know?
Right.
So I thought that whole thing of like feeling the moment, like for a second I thought and I felt like we're the Seekers, like we're team players. But now that you kind of like turn to him and you keep pointing my direction, and I know that I'm the Seeker, so I feel like...
Okay, so why do you... okay, so that's why you think he's the liar. Why do you think she is the Seeker? I mean, so why do you think she's the liar?
I don't think she's the Seeker. I do think she's the liar. Because she's being very firm about calling herself the Seeker. Now, have you ever heard methinks she doth protest too much, my dear? It's Shakespeare.
Oh.
It's okay, sorry. Let me put it this way. When someone is far too firm, it's kind of like being too defensive. So
yeah, that's why when she said I'm the Seeker multiple times, I kind of believed her, because that's not a defensive statement. Saying I'm not the liar is a defensive statement. So that's why,
because it's a positive statement.
Yes, exactly. So that's why when she kept saying I'm the Seeker, that sort of took that wasn't a strike against her. That's something that a Seeker would say.
Gotcha.
See? A liar would go the defensive route and say, I'm not the liar.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. So you think she is the liar because...
For the exact opposite reason of what
I said. So
I have the opposite inclination. You see, when someone, no matter whether it's positive or negative, because I think you gave away too much at the beginning. You said
when I said
you said that a negative affirmation would be a strike against someone. So of course, no one in this game has given a negative
I
affirmation
should have
since.
kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, you should have kept your mouth shut.
Uh,
However,
Tisk,
if
tisk.
we're going to be going down that route, then look in my eyes.
Okay.
Ready?
You know that doesn't work, right?
Not at all. But when
Okay.
I opened the token, right,
Uh-huh.
the first thing I saw was Seeker. Now I smiled because I was on the team with somebody. So if she is telling the truth,
Does that make you happy to be on the team?
very much so. Yeah, I'm a team player, man.
Okay.
But
All right. So sorry, continue.
no, that was basically it, more or less.
Too good of a game. Oh, okay. It's just okay. Why don't you think it's me?
Specifically for the opposite of your reason. You never once said, I'm the seeker, or I'm not the liar. You never gave me anything of the sort. So I might
just
be
find it
taking your
so
advice
weird
too
that you're
much.
like going after Melanie because if anything, in this entire game, she's the least suspicious one in this entire game. I mean, I've been talking my mouth off for the past for the entire game. The only moments of silence are when I stop talking, and I mean.
So then why would you bring doubt to it right now? Why would you even present the situation that you would be
See,
a liar right now?
I don't.
Because you have nothing to worry about. That's
No.
why I don't think.
The reason is because I kind of want to know where you are, like how you view us. So first I want to know why you think she's the liar, and I want to know why you're so certain I'm not the liar. Because you sort of said it's for sure not me, but you're certain it's her. By any chance, is this because she kept insisting that you're the liar? And
Well, that wouldn't help me though.
I think so, though. I feel like since I think between both of you, I've been triggering him more.
a lot
Well, only
more,
because
actually.
he's talking a lot and he's like
And I've
asking
been
you
more quiet.
questions. Yeah, but I don't know at this point.
That's actually a
Forgot
good.
my train of thought.
That's actually a good point. I mean, yeah, the seeker. It's easy for him, the seeker, to come up with questions because he's, legitimately trying to figure out who the liar is.
Right.
The liar would not ask so many questions. Or if he's a good liar, he would make up some really, really good questions.
Heard.
So,
Are you not the seeker?
huh? Am I not the seeker? Oh, I see
That
how
same
this.
double negative. Yeah, you see what I mean?
That's why it doesn't count.
Are
Okay,
you not
so,
never the seeker?
say that again.
Are you a seeker?
Yes. And am I not the seeker? So I guess the answer would be no.
Yeah.
Christ almighty. That's not a good strategy. Throw that out the window. No, you can't. No.
So I think that he is triggering me more. I just remembered because
You were kind of.
I was kind of
going
him too.
after him a lot. And so I don't know.
But also because you've been going after both of us at
Not really.
2 points.
Not really. Melanie hasn't been going after me
Not
at
for a
all.
while. Not for a while. At the beginning when she said, I don't know, he's been talking too much.
Yeah, but that was like the only time. Then after a while, she kept like saying, and then she started sort of like, well, she did to me, but then Melanie would sort of like, I think she mentioned the fact that she might be the liar a lot more frequently than she said, I'm the liar.
Right.
So I don't know why. And another thing is, I don't know why you think she is the liar, because she's been like the most like sincere out of all of us. She's playing the most sincere game. Like she's acting
what way?
super sincere. No stutters. Like all of her questions are thought out. Like all of her questions are just so thought out. Like she just asked the questions. She looks super confused right now. A liar wouldn't be confused. A liar knows exactly what's going on. and you have like this expression like you know what's going on.
If I may, that's because I'm 99.9% certain that she's the liar. I go with my gut.
And then when you said that, she says, okay, then when you said that, right, she said, you're definitely the liar because I know
like that.
I'm the seeker.
She knows she's the seeker.
Yeah,
she
she knows. She knows
She did not say, you know, I'm the seeker.
No. She said, I know I'm the seeker. And then when she said, you're definitely the liar, right? When you accused her, she said, you're definitely the liar because I know I'm a seeker. That's like a very, it's not defensive at all. It's actually, you know, she didn't like say, I know you're the liar because I'm not the liar. I know we're going back to like the positive statement.
Exactly.
Versus,
but no, that makes a difference.
But,
That's psychological.
but it's just, then the way she said it with certainty that like, you're the liar because you went straight. So that's why I asked you, why do you think she's the liar? And then you gave me, you said she kept, your reason was that she kept, you know, insisting that she's a seeker. Then I asked you, so that wasn't enough for me to go on. Then I asked you why you thought I wasn't the liar. And well, you didn't give me a straight answer why you thought I was not the liar.
Well, simply because you didn't affirm it. I did give you a straight answer. You didn't affirm it from the beginning.
Right.
I'm the seeker. That to me was a red flag off the bat.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, anything else that you're noticing?
I might follow gut feeling a bit too much, and I follow instincts. I follow the first touch. And I know you're saying there's a lot more to this than instincts. I get it. There is a lot more to this than just instincts. But when you start a game and someone's immediately away from the crowd in some way.
See, that's how I feel about you. Like, I feel sort of like we're legitimately trying to figure it out, and you're kind of like we're on the prosecution side, and you're kind of on the defense side. That's what the vibe I'm getting. If we're talking about a
entire time, because I feel like I've been accused. You literally nominated me, and the majority.
Yeah, but I didn't vote for you. I kind of wanted to see what Melanie would do, and Melanie sort of did the seeker thing to do, and not vote for you. If she voted for you, then I would have probably, you know, agreed with you thinking she's the liar. But since she didn't vote,
well, that seems like a novice mistake to immediately vote. You know what I mean?
Wait, what do you mean?
I feel like a liar on the first vote, if they didn't know what they were doing.
Not necessarily. How did she know? How was she supposed to know that I wasn't going to vote?
You didn't look confident at all in that. After I gave my testimony, you didn't look confident at all in that.
Oh, but that's my,
of course, I can't say what another person's perspective would be on that. How did you feel about his affirmation after I gave my testimony?
It's very confusing because now I feel like I'm very half with you guys, like half with you and half with you, 50-50. Like I feel like you're the liar because you were quiet, and that smile that you gave when you opened up your token,
right?
And also because he's like talkative, and I feel like he's trying to shift all the attention like on you, right. But then I feel like he's the liar, and oh my god, I don't know.
But
why do you think
I'm
he's the liar? Yeah,
so, because I feel like he's shifting like the attention on you,
right?
So he's like trying to get me, and then but then I'm not sure because when he nominated you, he didn't vote for you, and a liar would have voted for you.
I want to. All right.
He'd want to take you out immediately.
I'd like to do a nomination.
Who would you like to accuse?
Melanie.
All right. Trial 2. David has nominated Melanie. David, would you like to provide testimony?
No testimony.
All right. Thank you, David. Mike, would you like to provide testimony?
Honestly, I've thought she was the liar since the beginning. But you don't seem sincere in your nomination. I feel like it's going to be another one of those see who votes kind of deals. But like, if you're serious about this, I felt she was the liar from the beginning. And now she's shaking her head. Oh my god.
Is that all?
Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Melanie, would you like to defend yourself?
Yes. I am not the liar. Just like last time. You said that you were a little off caught you off guard when I said that I was the seeker.
Yes.
But in the last game, I did the same thing. As soon as the game started, I said, I just want to be honest. I'm the seeker. I'm looking for the other seeker, and that's it. That's how I started off the other game. I kind of also feel like there's like a certain vibe when you have another team player out there. So, but now that's divided in like half, like for me. Well, I'm not the liar.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Melanie. Everyone, except for Melanie, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. If you would like to eliminate Melanie, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 0 votes. Melanie is still in the game.
That didn't tell me anything. I promise you wouldn't, even though I nominated you, you wouldn't have gotten voted off, as I wasn't going to vote for you. Just wanted to see what
I was going to vote
yeah.
for. I know I knew right from the beginning on that one. But
I kind of felt though like he wasn't gonna vote for me because he said before.
I know when he gave his testimony, I knew this thing that I pulled isn't gonna work because I've already done it before with him. So yeah, I can't do it twice in one game. I'm just so okay. So you're all right. So I guess percentage-wise, how sure are you that how sure are you that one of us? No. How sure are you that one of us is the liar? How positive are you that one of us is the liar?
I'm still like 50-50 now. Before it was like more him than you.
Okay, so now
it's more like in between because you're trying to shift all the attention on him.
So
I don't know. I just don't want to pick wrong.
Okay, I'm sorry. At this point, I don't know.
And your confusion seemed sincere there. Like
it did.
It was like
that's the thing.
That's the issue here. It's like I really was gonna vote. I was gonna vote. I was gonna jump because I've been so sure this whole time. But like, then you're going to this 50-50. So you're saying either one of us could be the seeker.
No, either one of us can be the liar.
Right.
Or the seeker.
What?
It's the same. It's 50-50.
Yes, it's 50-50 if you're the seeker, not if you're the liar. If you're the liar, then the other two are 100% seekers.
Which would only be a dilemma if you were a seeker.
Huh?
Which would only be a dilemma for someone if you were a seeker.
Yeah, the confusion, that's why I don't think it's Melanie, because her confusion is legitimate. And also the way she said 50-50, you know.
Right.
Okay. How certain are you that one of us are the liar?
Well, 100%, because I'm a seeker. But I'm not.
If you're a oh, no, either of us.
Either
of us.
Which one? Because I was like,
that's a good answer, though.
Either of us.
Right.
Either of us, I meant. Okay.
Well, then I'm still leaning towards you because, yes, 50-50, that threw me completely. But like,
I would think 50-50 takes even more suspicion away from her because that's literally the seeker's perspective, 50-50.
But then why didn't you vote for me?
Because he knew I was pulling a trap on him.
And he knew that you weren't going to vote.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have done anything except for get your attention.
Wait, how did you know that I wasn't going to vote?
Because, okay, I'm sorry.
Right before, he told you. He's like, right before, are you going to do
this
the same
is probably a trap. You didn't even give a testimony. You didn't even give a testimony for crying out loud. Right. Of course it's a trap.
Yeah, and
I should have given at least some testimony to throw him off.
Right. You seem very dead set on throwing me off. I get it because you're leaning more towards me.
The more Melanie talks, the less suspicious I get.
Right. But you also have to remember that could be the mark of a very good game player. How many games have you played before? One? Okay. So she's not a veteran.
That's Corey good lying if she's the liar.
I will be impressed. I will be absolutely impressed.
Okay. So now you're 50-50.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you, the whole ultimatum, that still counts. So there's a trial, and there could be an ultimatum.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to know.
Okay, that was her question. Just
That's my
whether
question.
we could still choose either
But
ultimatum or
between-
Because
trial.
I thought that it was just that at first. But
No.
Well, no, basically, I played twice, and I've done ultimatums twice, both games. I love the ultimatum. But you have to be careful with the ultimatum because you are giving up 100% control to the other player who's voting.
yeah, I know.
100% control.
That's
So
scary.
if you do the ultimatum, you better be 100% sure that everyone else is convinced beyond a doubt that the guy you're nominating is the liar, because it all depends on that. It all depends on them. If they're not convinced, then they're just not going to vote and you'll be eliminated.
Oh, I
See.
forgot about that part.
Yeah. Ultimatum, you better because you have to, with ultimatum, it's not enough for you to be sure. If you're going to pull an ultimatum, you have to make sure that everyone else is certain that the person you're ultimatuming, the verb of the ultimatum is ultima.
I made that up. It sounded.
Oh,
fancy.
okay. The verb for the ultimatum.
I've said ultimating,
Oh,
ultimated.
ultimating. Okay. The person you're ultimating, I like that. The person you're ultimating, everyone is like at least 60% sure he's the liar.
See, I forgot about
Or
that
she.
part, and I was gonna do it like for him because he just made me feel like he's completely like the liar, but I don't want to be thrown out.
All right. Well. Okay, I know this is the third game I've played, and this is going to be my third ultimatum. Okay.
No one raise your hand.
I'm not 100% sure.
Because he's not sure if he's doing it right now. Might I say that was suspicious, though? You said you were going to ultimate, which means that you'd have to be 100% certain of the other person.
Well, I didn't know that other part though. I didn't know that you would get eliminated.
Oh, you would get eliminated. No, if
you're wrong.
if you ultimated him and I didn't vote for him, you would get eliminated.
Yeah, and I don't want to be eliminated.
If I ultimated him and you didn't vote for him, and I would get eliminated.
Wasn't that explained
and the game is over.
You have a question?
No, I'm quite certain that was explained before, though. So what I'm wondering is, why were you ready to give the ultimatum?
Oh, because
she was ready to give the ultimatum to me when she was 50-50. She
really.
just
well,
said
I
that.
kind of thought about it.
You were thinking about it. You were
Mhm.
thinking, oh, how does I thought to me it sounded like you were thinking, how does the ultimatum work? More, if I wanted to ultimatum, what would happen, or something like that.
Yeah, and then he mentioned the part where you get eliminated, and I was like, well, I want to be eliminated.
Okay, so
some space for Gerard.
okay, so that's the risky part of an ultimatum. That's why an ultimatum is pretty scary, because it's not enough for you to be convinced that the person you're ultimating is the liar. Other people have to be convinced as well. So your testimony better be super, super good. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to nominate Mike. And
please raise your hand. Yes.
Keep forgetting. So I'm going to nominate Mike.
All right. Thank you. Trial 3. David has nominated Mike. David, would you like to provide testimony?
Okay. So the more Melenie talks, the less suspicious I get of her. She's been she didn't even want to. She didn't even want to ultimatum. But it seemed like at this point in the game, you were pretty certain that it was. I mean, at this point in the game, you were pretty certain it was Mike, to the point where you were considering, doing an ultimatum, but you didn't want to risk getting eliminated because I guess you don't know where I stand on this, right? So, but there were a lot of other things. The fact that you said you were 50-50, which is really along the lines of the perspective of a seeker, right? Because in your perspective, you have no idea who the liar is, but it can be one of us, hence 50-50, 1/2, 1/2 probability is 50-50, right? So that is just basically what I'm saying is you are playing the seeker so well. It's like a Meryl Streep performance, the way you're playing the seeker. You're playing an Oscar-worthy seeker performance, to the point where it's embarrassing. If it would be humiliating if you were the liar, like really humiliating if you were the liar. So And it's just, at this point, it's just process of elimination because I'm also 50-50 split, and you are just playing Seeker so well, and he's kind of been suspicious. I mean, within 20 minutes, it was already 2 strikes, and I just, at this point, I'm going to nominate him.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Melanie, would you like to provide testimony?
No, I'm
Thank
okay.
you. All right, thank you, Melanie. Mike, would you like to defend yourself?
Okay. I think that was very telling that you didn't provide testimony, though. How should I put this? I understand the 2 strikes against me were within the first 20 minutes. But think about the merit of those 2 strikes. One of them was a smile, for whatever that's worth. You yourself said that was a half strike. Right now is a very, very crucial part of the game. Now, the best thing for a liar to do, in my opinion, would be as silent as possible for this last vote. Because if I'm reading you correct, and I've read you right the past 2 nominations, this would be the one where you'd probably vote. So you're probably ready to pull the trigger on me. Just know what that does, because then the Seekers lose. Beyond that, she gave no testimony right now because she's careful. She's watching the souffle right as it comes out the oven. Now, you don't want to disturb it too much, so she's been very silent on that testimony. That does it. That's basically it. So consider that for what it's worth.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Mike. Everyone, except for Mike, please put on your mask and stick out your fist.
Oh, wait, not me.
Yeah, except for you.
Because we assume I'm voting.
Totally volunteered for you. Melanie, mask upside down.
Sorry.
It's all right. If you would like to eliminate Mike, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 0 votes. Mike is still in the game.
Why were you so sure as to nominate me? Why were you so sure?
I wanted to see if Melanie would vote you off.
So I read you wrong then this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't vote because I still don't know. I feel like he is like
Super Seeker
on
thing to do.
top of you and wants to eliminate you every time.
Right.
He's been the only one to nominate.
Actually call a nomination.
Nominate, you know, you know, and I didn't want to vote.
You could nominate if you want.
I could. Yeah. But we just did a nomination. I think it's time to
We could do
read
2
a little bit more.
nominations back to back. So.
But you don't seem certain of that.
How certain are you at this point?
I'm still, well, the whole thing with you, you're nominating him constantly, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you didn't vote. In other words, if I were to ultimate
and you didn't
him,
vote either.
Mm-hmm. If I were to put an ultimatum, you'd if I were to ultimate him, would you vote him off? Because then it would be all on you. If I ultimated
If
him,
I'm wrong, then I get it.
no. If you're wrong, then no. If you're wrong, then what do you mean if you're wrong? Oh, if I ultimate him and you vote or not vote? If you vote, then he's eliminated, and if he's the liar, we win. But if you don't vote and I get nominated off, we both lose. That's how an ultimatum works.
How
are you so sure she's the Seeker then? I know I've asked this before.
I know, I'm just almost certain at this point, 100% with certainty that she's the Seeker.
And if he's not the liar?
Huh? Oh, if he's not the liar.
If he's not the liar?
And you vote him off?
Yeah.
We lose.
I would lose because then you would be the liar. If
yes.
He's not the liar.
Yes, exactly. It's hard, you know? I don't know. Well, see, you said you were 50-50, right? Why
Yeah,
are...
but you didn't vote for him.
Yeah, so...
I don't know. Why?
Hmm?
Why? Why didn't you vote for him?
I wanted to see if you would vote.
Well, I'm still unsure. That's why I didn't
See, that's the
vote.
thing. Like, why are you unsure? Why would... What? In other words, why would I create doubt in your mind?
Because you kept, I feel like you keep putting the attention on him over and over.
Now I'm confused.
And I know that you're strictly on like me, which I don't know why, but okay.
That's another... I mean, I guess that would be strike 3 on your part. I mean...
You're very particular about these strikes. Hold on now. Because no. Like, that was an interesting move on your part then. So, okay, my gut is saying you. But she raises a good point that you are the one nominating so much this game.
But not voting.
Yeah, but a liar would do that. Listen, a liar would not vote every time because it doesn't matter. He would want to gather as much information as he could beforehand, even if he knows that the other two are...
We didn't have any votes this entire game. No one voted.
No one voted
on anyone.
That I have been keeping stats on.
That you have or haven't?
3 nominations,
Oh,
no votes at all. So, I mean...
But who placed all the nominations, though?
I did. It's the only way to see, like, people's true colors.
Read it out.
Because we can talk and talk and talk and talk till midnight, and, you know, if I nominate someone, if I nominate the liar, you can sort of, like, see them.
I nominate David.
Okay, trial 4. Mike has nominated David. Mike, would you like to provide testimony?
None.
Thank you, Mike.
None.
Melanie, would you like to provide testimony?
No.
Thank you, Melanie. David, would you like to defend yourself?
Are you trying to... Okay, so you can nod your head or put it... Yeah. You can't speak, but you can nod your head. Are you trying to pull my strategy right now to see if she would vote? Because it's not going to work. I mean, I'm positive she's not going to vote. And I'm positive you're not going to vote. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Everyone, except for David, please put on your mask and stick out your fist. If you would like to eliminate David, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. 1 vote from Mike. David is still in the game.
You really wanted to vote me off.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see you squirm. I wanted to see how you'd react.
You really wanted... I was almost certain that you wouldn't vote.
Mike.
All right, Melanie has nominated Mike. Trial 5. Melanie, would you like to provide testimony?
I felt that was weird that he got him off. Oh my god, I hope I'm not right. I mean, I hope I'm not wrong, but I have a feeling that it is you. You wanted to take him off. You wanted to wipe him off completely. And that's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Melanie. David, would you like to provide testimony?
Yeah, that was... I was certain... I thought you were just going to, like, figure stuff out, but it was just like... because it was just so weird that you voted for me, because you were sort of... First you were sort of like saying it's her and you don't think it's me, but then you nominate me and then you vote for me, and then, like, it's like, who do you... It's like, basically, it's like, you know something we don't know, and you're just trying to create confusion. I mean, and you have, like, this smug expression on your face, like, I know exactly what's going on. I know who the seekers are, because you're probably the liar. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm sorry, I think Melanie's right.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Mike, would you like to defend yourself?
Yes, I still think Melanie's the liar. Now, you're very confused as to why I voted for you. For one, because you were so certain that she wasn't going to vote. I was certain she wasn't going to vote right then. None of us knew. Hold on. I am certain that you're the liar. I'm 100% certain that you're a liar at this point. Now, The thing is, that was a risk. That was absolutely like 100% all-in risk right now to vote for you. There was no security in that. I'm impulsive. I'm sorry. However, I think it's more telling on what someone doesn't do than what they do, if you understand. I was certain you wouldn't get voted out then. It was a risk, but I was more or less certain from your testimony when you said, I know she's not going to vote for me. And I want to see if she would. That's it.
Thank you, Mike. Everyone, except for Mike, please put on your mask and stick out your fist.
Glasses.
If you would like to eliminate Mike, please lift your thumb and keep it up now. Masks off. One vote for Melanie. Mike is still in the game.
That's the first time I voted.
It's just I didn't know. I thought you were trying to. I thought, to be honest, I mean, we've been doing this for so long. I thought you were gonna give another trap, but since you're so certain to the point that you voted, ultimatum time.
Raise your hand if you need to.
All right.
All right.
Third game, third ultimatum.
Who would you like to ultimate?
Mike.
All right. We have our ultimatum. I would like to remind everybody that at the end of this round, the game will end. A player and team will be eliminated. So we have David ultimating Mike. David, would you like to provide testimony?
So, so again, that vote, when you voted for me, that was like, I wouldn't even call that strike 3. I think that was strike 10 at that point, because like, it was like, because I thought you were going to try to trap someone to see what it would, because you didn't nominate anyone, right? So I thought you were nominating, you know, just to see how we would react. And I told you that strategy doesn't work. See, so the fact that you voted shows that like, it wasn't a trap. I think you really wanted to vote me off. But then you said, but then again, you had no idea that Melanie would vote. I mean, how did you know she was not going to vote? Oh, well, you can't answer that. But there was no way of knowing. So basically, if you're the liar, you have nothing to lose. If you voted and she voted and I was voted off, and I'm the seeker, so if I was voted off, you would win because you're the liar at this point. So that's why I'm drawing the ultimatum. And the reason I didn't vote for when you nominated him was because A, I didn't know if it was going to be a trap, and also I didn't know how certain you were. I mean, maybe you're just playing seeker so well, right, that you're just, you know, trying to trap me, for example. So that's why I didn't vote then. But when I saw that you voted, I saw that, okay, you're not only are you definitely the seeker, you are certain it's him, and not just you're certain it's him, I'm pretty sure it's him. So I'll do an ultimatum, and you know, I'm pretty sure, and you'll basically vote him off because I think at this point it's just too obvious that you're the liar.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Melanie, you aren't going to provide testimony this time, but if you have a question, now is the time to ask. Go ahead.
When you do an ultimatum and you vote yes, that means like you're calling that person
Lifting your
a liar?
thumb, I'll make it real simple. Lifting your thumb when voting comes around means he gets eliminated. Keeping it down means that David's eliminated.
Yeah.
And then depending on what team they were on, that means either you get eliminated or not. Right?
In other words, if you think he's the liar,
no, David, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is that, please, I just want to make sure you understand everything about the ultimatum.
So if I okay it, that's pretty much me calling him the liar.
Voting is to eliminate the defendant. Not voting is to eliminate the plaintiff.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right, Melanie. Mike, would you like to defend yourself?
Yes. Okay, so ultimately this comes down to you. Which means you've won at this point. Like, honestly, okay. This is end game. So, honestly, I mean, there's no further defense that's needed then. Because if you're going to call me on this, then if you're the liar, you've already won. Which is an interesting thing that you asked that question. At this point, you don't have any reason to lie from there. But if you're the seeker, then you need to make a decision right now. And I'll leave it at that.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Everyone, except for Mike, please put on your mask. Oh, I'm sorry. Melanie, please put on your mask. It's upside down. And stick out your fist. So, before you vote, just to remind you, lifting your thumb will eliminate Mike. Keeping it down will eliminate David. So, when I say 3, cast your vote, Melanie. 1, 2, 3. Mask off. Mike, you have been eliminated. Please open your token and let us know what team you were on.
Hold on, I got tight pockets. 1 second.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Were you the liar?
Can I get a drum roll, please, from everyone?
Come on.
There you go. And no, I was the seeker.
Mike was a seeker. Who
And
was
she
the
was the
liar?
liar the
Melanie
whole
was
time,
the
yes.
liar.
Wow.
Mike and
I did not
David
see that
were
coming.
eliminated. Melanie wins game 53,
Wow.
sudden death, and qualifies for Seeker
Too
Square.
good.
She wins all 15 bucks. I'm Sebastian. This is Lying for Money. Like this video, share it, hit that big red subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications. Seek the truth, and I'll see you next time.
Many years of stage.
Wow.
Great job.
You
Thank you.
evaded my
Now I will
suspicions.
tell you.
You really
Yes,
thought
I
it was
was
Mike,
part of
didn't
the
you?
Zoom.
Yes, I thought it was you from very early on.
They know each other.
Yeah.
Since the little
Okay.
7, 8 years old.
Melanie,
Too good.
would you like
Okay,
cash
so-
or Benson?
Too good.
I don't
Wow.
know what that is.
That was
Like
amazing.
You have like any of those online? All right, I'll give you cash.
The thing is, because I don't know either
Wow.
of them, I was able to pick up on the
Not
tips
nervous
immediately,
at
so-
all.
Really?
Wow.
I was.
You were?
I was nervous. I was. And
She's
you know how?
incredibly- She was scratching her nose the whole
No,
time.
it's not so much the nose. It's my feet.
Oh, well, you were doing like a little thing with the penguin, yeah.
No, but when I shake,
All right,
Really?
everyone.
Shaking
that,
before-
and I was like, stop
Everybody,
shaking.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like this video, share it, subscribe. If you want to get on here, sign up. Fill out your availability on the Doodle Calendar poll. Everybody say bye to the YouTube audience. We'll see you next time.
Bye.